So this week we have a special treat for you. We're going to be talking about interview do's and don'ts, but we didn't just put together a typical video for you. We wanted to go the extra mile and really put something together that has some fun, but also shows you some key differences between interviews, do's, and don'ts. So some things that I want you to listen for in this video specifically. We're going to cover some of the basic interview questions that are discussed whenever you interview with a recruiter. So one of them is the tell me about yourself question. So we have some students that know how to answer this question very well. Some students need a little bit more coaching. So we're going to show you some of the common ways that you can mess up this question and how you can answer it and do it in an excellent way. The other question you'll hear is tell me about your strengths and weaknesses. We're also going to talk about behavioral-based interview questions. So behavioral-based interview questions are very, very popular now. Most employers are moving to this because they want to hear specific examples and stories of situations that you've been in and then how you respond to those situations. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to listen for questions that start with, tell me about a time, or give me an example when, or talk about a situation when you did this. Whenever you hear the recruiter in these videos ask that type of question, in your mind, I want you to think about how you need to answer that question. And we're going to introduce the STAR model to you. So the STAR model is a great framework that we use to answer behavioral-based interview questions to make sure that you're hitting on everything that the recruiter is looking for. So STAR, that's S, which stands for situation. T is task. A is action. And the R is result. So whenever you're asked one of these questions, we want you to briefly explain what the situation was. In my management class last semester, there was a class project, right? And actually the class project would be the task, right? What you were assigned in that situation. Then we want to hear about what you specifically did. What was the action? And then the most important part of the STAR model is really highlighting what the result was. What was the impact, right? So a lot of times we'll see students kind of fly through the action and the result at the end when those are the most important parts. So again, listen for those questions and we'll show you some good examples as well as some bad examples of how to answer those questions. In this video, we've created a fictitious company called Gersten Jeremy? Gerstenschlager. Good enough. And we've got our corporate recruiter from Gerstenschlager named Kyle, and he's going to be interviewing our candidates. And I think you will probably recognize a few of the candidates in this video. Let's take a look.